Hi, thank you for joining my podcast. So you are a nursing supervisor at Edward Hospital, and you've been working in healthcare for quite a while. How long is it that you've been working at the hospital?
I've been at Edward for 30 years.
And what was the reason that you wanted to become a nurse?
Well, when I grew up, I was not one of the kids that always knew that I wanted to be a nurse. I chose a career that I could raise a family and also be able to work. Nursing is one of those careers that I could do that because I could work all kinds of crazy hours and not have to pay a lot of money for childcare.
And what made you stop the direct patient care and move into management?
When I first started at Edward, I was working in oncology, and there came a period of time when I had some struggles because a lot of the patients that I had known and gotten close to started dying. And so at that point, I decided to change focuses. I went to the emergency room. Once I was there, and I gained a lot of respect from the other staff that I worked with, a lot of physicians. And one day I was tapped on the shoulder and asked if I'd like to help lead the hospital into the future. So I took the opportunity.
That's awesome. Can you tell me about what changes you've noticed at the hospital over the years?
Probably about 25 years ago, our hospital went through something called work redesign. And basically that was somebody that came in and decided that respiratory therapists weren't the only ones that could do respiratory treatments. Lab phlebotomists were not the only ones that could do lab draws. And so they tried to streamline a lot of stuff, and when a patient came into the emergency room, we drew the labs, we gave the breathing treatments, and we did the EKGs, and so we went through that whole thing, which pretty much is still in effect to this day.
Do you think that the hospital is a business, or do you see it purely as a place for people to get medical help?
Well, where we're at, I see it as a place for the community to get quality health care. But in order to remain viable in today's market, we have to run it like a business because we want to remain competitive. We want to still get good staff, good employees that come to work, and we want to be able to provide the best services for our community that we can.
Give me some ideas of what problems we may run into in the future with the current problems in the healthcare system now.
Well, I think what we're seeing right now is that because of the decreased payments that we're getting, some of the hospitals are being forced to shut down because they can't meet the demands of more technology and getting better staff, paying higher salaries. So I think what we may start seeing is hospitals shutting down and streamlining some services. What that'll do is it's going to make it harder for people to get in and get diagnostic procedures quickly.
What kind of improvements in healthcare do you think that we are able to make?
Well, I think that what we can do is continue to fight the disease, keep the mortality down. We need to try to live a healthier lifestyle overall so that we can try to stay out of the hospital with the stuff that is, with the diseases that are preventable.
Have you noticed anything different in the people that work in the hospital over the years?
Well, because of the competitive nature of the hospital business, hospitals typically want to hire educated employees that have their bachelor's degrees and or master's. It used to be that we could hire nurses that had diplomas or associate degrees in nursing, but those are no longer welcome at the hospital level. So because of the higher education, we get employees that are willing to learn, and they are just taking us in great strides and keep wanting to be bigger and better.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.